This is Heavy Conversation with Bruce and Jody, a podcast where we talk about being a big guy in today's world. I'm Bruce. And I'm Jody. Here we go.
Here we go.
All right, here we go. All right, here we go. Here we go. Hey,
Jody.
Bruce. Hey. How's it going?
Well, I apologize in advance for all the sweatiness you see on this on our Zoom here. It's I've been rushing around and was trying to eat hot soup, and we're trying to eat it quickly, which is not a good idea. It's not a good idea.
Yeah, just burning the whole time.
Yeah. So I don't know why I just felt like soup was going to be quick and easy, and it generally is.
Yeah.
But not if you're in a hurry. That's not. Wouldn't recommend it, especially if you're a bigger gent like me. It's it gets sweaty. Anything can cause sweat, basically.
Yep.
So, the only shining light out of the whole thing is that I am today testing out a clothing brand that has just released an activewear collection. Have you ever heard of Allbirds?
I have heard of it. Yeah, I don't know much about it, but I've heard of it.
Yeah, so they do shoes. They're known for their shoes, and that's been like their big thing. Well, they recently released an activewear collection, and it's a pretty cool looking stuff. And the sizes they go to 3X. I would like to see bigger sizes, of course, but I wanted to try them out and see, because inevitably somebody's going to ask, "Hey, what do you think about the Allbirds stuff?" So I picked up one of their shirts and a pair of their shorts, and I'm wearing them now. So as far as sweat management goes, I was not working out. I was eating soup. But I can tell you, friends, that the shirt helps manage that sweat. And one other thing that I'll throw out there is that as I was trying to power slam this soup, I accidentally got some on the shirt. Oh. And so that's always super annoying because,
Yeah, that's always part of it too.
Right. And so I took the shirt off and I rinsed it in the sink. And when I pulled it back up, the water just kind of beaded on the shirt. And I didn't realize that it would do this. And so I spilled water all over the floor. It was almost like having a bowl of water in my shirt.
Oh, yeah.
So I will say that it definitely takes moisture really well, and it dries generally pretty well. I mean, there's wetness here that's probably a little bit of the water from the sink and probably just me being sweaty. So I like the way the shirt fits. I feel like it's a good solid fit. It's stretchy. It still conforms to my body, but not so much that you're like, oh, what am I wearing? The shorts, I like the shorts. You know what? People listening to this cannot see the shorts, but you can. So if I can, let's see if I can do this here. All right. So, so they are, above the knee shorts.
Yeah, those are nice.
Yeah, they're above the knee. They come in some different colors. I like this kind of blue that they had, and so I went with that for the whole look. I would say the shorts have some stretch, but as a gent with bigger legs, not quite enough stretch in the thighs. I don't know. They're a little bit constrictive. So as of now, I would say my early review, I mean, by the time this is out, the article will be up on Chubster, but my early review, I would say I like the shirt a lot. Definitely dig the shirt, and we'll get a lot of use out of it. The shorts, I don't know, but I'm wearing the 3X. I'm 46 waist, we'll say, probably. And I like the way the shorts look. I like the fabric, but I don't know, my thighs, my big meaty thighs, they just they're doing it, they're pushing back against it. So so we'll see. I'm gonna wear them for the rest of the day, and then I'm gonna actually not just eat soup and sweat, but actually work out and use them for their intended purpose, and we'll see from there.
Nice. Yeah, they've got a few different cool colors, and
Yeah,
yeah,
you
the
know, they don't.
sizing is a little different on the shirts than I was expecting.
Yes,
'Cause I'm like a 3X or more in the shirts, it looks like.
yeah, and that's what I went for. Is they stop at 3X, so I wanted to try the 3X and see, because I generally wear a 2X or 3X depending on the brand.
Yeah.
So I do feel like the shirt fits me well. I like
Yeah,
the
it
way
looks
it
nice.
fits.
And I like that contrast, like the seams. I kind of like that.
Yeah, I like this too. It's kind of, it's a cool look. And so
Mhm.
even if you just went with the shirt, if that was in your size, then you'd be good to go. And you can find lots of different types of like running shorts and things at other places if these don't work for you. Now, I mean, it could be worth a try. Like I said, I'll put it to the test later today and hop on the treadmill and just see how it goes.
Yeah, see
So
how it goes. Yeah. Those
yeah,
look nice. Cool.
thank you. Yeah.
Um, for me, I don't really have any products. I've been busy with trying to deal with some bearskin stuff.
Hmm.
Like everyone knows, there's supply issues and shipping issues. So we've been still dealing with that, trying to get all the new bearskin stuff. It seems like one hurdle and one weird thing after the other. We got a bunch of hats that are coming in like today or tomorrow. But yeah, we're still, as of recording, we're still waiting on all the underwear. So it's been a little frustrating for us, and I'm sure for many of our fans and
Yeah.
customers. They've been wanting new stuff, and keep hearing, I hear your comments, I hear you, we're waiting on it just as bad as you are, we're wanting it. So as soon as it gets in, well, we've already been doing photo shoots. So we did one just over this last weekend. We had shot the stuff that was supposed to come out in September. So now we shot the stuff that's supposed to come out in October, just to kind of get ahead, because we don't know when stuff's actually going to land. So it was kind of
Right.
fun. Went out to a farm and did some, fall photo shoot stuff, which was perfect weather here in the Pacific Northwest for that. Kind
Yes,
of rainy and chilly, but now it's,
absolutely.
yeah. So it was good. There's goats and sheep and all kinds of stuff out there. So
Nice.
yeah, it was a good time.
Good. Well, that brings me to my first old man story of the episode.
Oh,
So this morning I get up and I'm washing a dish in the kitchen. I look out our window, and out our back window we've got a deck, and you can kind of see off the deck to where we've got a swimming pool. And I look through and I see ripples in the pool water, and they're ripples in a way that it has to be that there's something in the pool, and so I'm looking and I try to go around and look, and I can't see. And so I walk out there, and we had ducks that had taken over our pool. And so, brought everybody out to stare at the ducks. And my daughter, she's 8, she ran down the steps and snuck up close to them to watch, and they just like swim off to the other side of the pool.
Yeah.
So lots of photos and videos of ducks in our pool. I'm glad something is getting use out of our pool, because it's way too cold to swim here now.
Oh yeah.
So we're actually closing down the pool this week. So
that's funny.
Yes.
Something is in the pool.
Yeah. So, and I'm surprised it took this long, because these ducks fly around our neighborhood and they land at our neighbors, and never seen them out there.
Probably been in there and you just
Didn't see them. Yeah. Probably
cackling away.
Yeah. So I do have one other thing that I brought along that this is definitely going to be, so it's a sneak peek of something that'll be on one of our many holiday gift guide lists, and probably a lot of other things down the road. It's a huge book. It is.
Oh boy.
It is called the Men's Fashion Book.
Very,
very, straight and to the point. It is a book about, men's fashion, but it's an unprecedented global A to Z exploration into 500 of the greatest names in men's fashion across 2 centuries. And so the cool thing about this, now I just got it last night, so I didn't know that it was coming, and it just kind of showed up. And sometimes that happens. Things just kind of, people are like, maybe they'll write about this at Chubster if we send them a thing. And so this thing showed up, and It's huge, and apparently shipping was not kind to it, kind of messed up the edges, but it made it here, and the book is basically indestructible. It covers a lot of ground as far as men's fashion goes. So you've got your different menswear people that you would expect, the different designers and all of that, but you also have individuals who have very refined sense of style. And so let me open and go through. I won't read all 500 because I know we don't have that kind of time, but I will pull out a few. So I'm seeing everybody you would expect, like Helmut Lang, Karl Lagerfeld. You're seeing a lot of those kind of people, but there's also like Steve Jobs. People who had a very formed sense of style, whether it's your kind of style or not. There's that. And so I'm just kind of looking through here. It covers everything. I just opened to a page that shows Hanes, and it shows a very, very old 1940s advertisement for Hanes, which was started in 1901. They give a little bit of information, about the brand, when they were started, the photos that go with it. So, here's a clothing company called Gloverall that they have a picture of a young Jack Nicholson and Art Garfunkel. And look at that. Look at that Jack Nicholson. That is a young, yes. Yes. So, as I was going through and kind of looking at some of these, they have a little bit of everything. It is a cool way to kind of look at the history of men's fashion. And something else that I thought was really interesting about it is, a lot of people that I talk to, or that write into the site or leave comments on social, are looking for ways to create their own style, or they're looking for inspiration. And aside from the fact that finding clothes that you actually want to wear is still difficult, knowing how to wear something or what to wear, it's not something that we're normally taught, or what things go together, or even just finding that inspiration. So this book can definitely do that, and I think that's one of the things that is really cool about it. And it kind of came at the right time for me, because I'm sort of at that place that I get what it seems very regularly now, where I'm just sick of everything that I have, and I want to change. So I'm going to go through this book and really start narrowing some things down and just see what speaks to me, and kind of go from there. And so it's
fun to kind of look at those older pictures of style and see classic pieces that people wear throughout the decades, and stuff like that. Or I'm sure David Bowie is in there. He's like a big fashion inspiration for a lot of people, and stuff like that.
And there are also people like more modern people. So it's not just the older stuff that I just opened to David Bowie. So
I'm like, David Bowie's got to be in there, that big of a book.
Oh, totally. But they also have just newer people that are that are very style conscious. Here's David Beckham. It's really hard for me to turn this book because it's so huge without knocking over the microphone here. But so they've got old and new. They've got a lot of different people. I think you'd be really surprised to kind of see. You got 500 different people, so there's a lot to choose from and to kind of look at in there. I definitely recommend it. $79 US, 100 Canada. It's a big, heavy book, and in this day and age, we don't have big, heavy books.
It's a nice. What are those? Like coffee table book.
Coffee table book.
I was like, what are those? Whatever.
Right. So
fun to have around, and
yes. So it's from Phaidon. I really don't know how to pronounce this, so I'm sorry if when this comes out, PR folks, if you're listening to this, Phaidon, PHAIDON.
Just look for the men's fashion book, and it'll come up.
There we go. That's the
You'll
way to
see
do it.
that cover. We'll maybe post a little link or something, or
Yeah, and I'll start doing the research to know how to pronounce things prior to talking about them.
whatever.
I know.
I really want to talk about a beer.
Yes. What do you have?
I I think it's called Dead and Dead
Dead and Dead. Ooh,
from Rogue Ales.
okay.
I did open it already. I had a couple sips before we started, and
Nice.
it's very strong. It's a 9.5 alcohol by volume, so it's
Oh.
kind of a kicker.
Right.
I didn't read the label before I started, so it's aged in whiskey barrels. So that's
Oh.
why it's a little stronger than I thought. Deep copper Malbec style ale with notes of whiskey and oak.
Nice.
So it's great for this rainy, dreary weather that we're in now. But it's very nice.
Awesome. So it's pretty heavy and
It's
intense.
You can definitely like tell that
Yes.
it's been aged in whiskey barrels.
So it's like the perfect time of year for you to enjoy this beer.
Yeah.
Nice. Is it one you would drink again? You think?
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Yep.
Nice.
But obviously like one or two, and that's about it.
Right. Yes. Yeah. Well, that's good. That's good. At our age, it's hard to keep that pace. So one or two.
What?
For me, I guess
No, I can't
yes.
drink very many of those.
I had a beer last night, and after I drank it, I was like, oh, I'm glad I'm sitting in my living room, just ready to go to
Right?
sleep.
Yeah, I'm gonna go to bed now. Thank you so much.
Yes. So my beer is for the next few weeks. I'm going to be let's say the next maybe 2 weeks. I'll probably be drinking something from this brewery because I'm really digging what they have.
Okay.
Brewery that I've had a beer from them in the past, but not this one. Belching Beaver.
Oh yes.
And,
Yep.
they're down in California, and this week we're having it's kind of a meme beer, a Reddit beer, if you will. It's the Diamond Hands
Diamond Hands.
Hoppy Lager. Yes. So if you pay any attention to Reddit and Wall Street Bets, which went crazy figuring out ways for the little guy to make a lot of money through the stock market, and then it just got out of hand. Diamond hands is one of the terms that gets thrown around there quite a bit when you're making some money. So I saw this from Belching Beaver, and it's a hoppy lager. It's 4.2%, which I'm down with for just if you're not looking to end your evening quick, or I guess your afternoon,
or your afternoon, I was gonna say, or the afternoon.
Right.
I know that's the one downfall about like recording these in the morning, afternoon. It's like I have a beer and then I'm like, I'm gonna go take a nap.
I guess that's my day. Yeah.
I'm done.
Right. So
Diamond Hands.
yes, and so it is. Well, I don't see anything about it on this, and I did not look much up about it except that it is a hoppy lager, and I am happy to report that it is a very hoppy lager. It definitely has that lightness of a lager, but it hits you in the face with the hops. I mean, the hops it's a bitterness that I would say I am not a huge fan of. Does that mean that I'm not going to drink any more of it? No, of course not. But it does mean.
Why are you so close?
I was taking a picture of the beer.
Like, what are you doing?
Yes.
It says it's a 4.2 alcohol by volume, and it just says hoppy lager on the Untapped as well.
Yeah.
So
So it's Belching Beaver. They make a lot of good and interesting beers. So it's worth trying. Let's see. I've got to look this up now just to see.
Hoppy, floral, aromatic, dank, Belgian-y.
Yeah.
Those are the top.
Belgian-y.
I know, it's like Belgian-y.
That's interesting. I don't get the Belgian-y, but man, the hop is insane. Let's see. Belching Beaver Diamond Hands. Here we go. All right. So beers. They have a lot of beers. Diamond Hands. Okay.
I mean, it's got a 3.47 rating on the Untapped from everyone.
Yeah.
Zero friends have checked in with this beer.
Yeah. I don't know. I don't know that it's one that I would that I would drink again necessarily, but you know, to
Mhm.
each their own. Like I said, it's a very, very hoppy lager. So whatever you're
Mhm. Someone said, Jason says tastes like a grapefruit IPA.
it does very, very grapefruity. It's like the grapefruitiest grapefruit
Oh,
that you've ever had is about what I would say. So
somebody else says there's an underlying Belgian taste, but a lot of that gets covered up by the piney hops.
okay, well, I don't have a very refined palate, so let me take another drink and just see if I get some of that Belgian.
Yeah, I don't know.
Yeah, I guess so. I guess. Yeah. Yeah. It's
Nice.
yeah. So there we so there we go. I wouldn't say it's the most ringing endorsement of a beer that I've that I've ever made, but
Whatever. We're just here to try them and give our honest feedback.
that's right. That's right. Your results may vary, so please.
Yes, results may vary.
Yeah. But
Please
I
consult a doctor before.
exactly. So yeah, so I'd say, I am a fan of this brewery. They make a lot of things that I really dig. So yeah, there we go.
So you did mention a little bit about you wanting to like redo your wardrobe again. Are you going through, or have you just not really done it yet?
So I did like this mass purge, I guess toward the end of last year. And now I feel like I have more stuff that I just don't love and don't really want to wear. And so
Mhm.
I I'm thinking more seriously about, like, what if I just blow out everything with very few exceptions? Because I really didn't think that when I did this last time, I felt like there were a couple things that I kept and everything else kind of went. And the only things that I kept were things that I really thought that I would wear. It wasn't one of those, I try not to do that. Well, I might need this. I might need this later because, I
Yeah,
probably don't.
yeah,
And
yeah.
it's
You
not like
don't
I'm
need it
right, right. So
unless it's
it,
like some overcoat or some suit or like a
right.
one like you get one suit, one thing, whatever.
Sure. If it's an occasion piece that you think you might use, down the road, or having a suit you can throw on for, I don't know, your court date, or I
An
don't know,
interview.
an interview, a wedding date, whatever, a
Yeah,
court date,
yeah,
So
whatever.
yeah, you want to be prepared. But that's not the case with this. It's just like I've got a bunch of crap, I feel like. I don't
Is it
know.
like, did you just get like a bunch of seasonal stuff, or was it
No, I mean, I've
you're
got
just not feeling it?
it's like I got a boatload of t-shirts. I got a couple. I think part of it is that I've got like a bunch of stuff that doesn't bring me joy, and
Mm.
few things that I actually like. And I've got still a lot of older stuff that I've kept that I know that I will wear again, which is not in season. So part of it is that I need to do my seasonal shopping and start looking for things for fall and winter.
Mhm.
And I need to really just pare down. And I think as I'm getting older, I see I mentioned Steve Jobs, who was like, okay, I've got these jeans and this black
Yeah,
turtleneck, and this
that's
works for
the
me.
yeah.
And there's something to be said for that. Now, I'm not going to go that far, but
Yeah, just have a uniform that you always
right,
wear.
right. And I get that now, and I see
I
why
would get
that's
so bored with that.
that's the thing. And I do want to have other things, but I really, if I'm thinking, there is such a difference between like style and showing that stuff off and everything,
Mhm.
and like utility. And for my
Yeah,
life at this point, it's not like I have that much of a need to have totally different intricate outfits for every
yeah,
day.
yeah.
So comfort is very important, obviously, but also having things that are stylish, that make me feel good, that fit me well. I mean, that kind of stuff
Mhm.
those things are important too. And I just feel like a lot of what I've got right now is just like, bleh, you know.
Yeah, and I think, I mean, I'm kind of going through it too. I mean, I still am going to work every day.
Yeah.
So I've been like really trying to just rotate through everything. And I'm like, I'm really sick of everything because I haven't added many things to it. But also I think our lives are so different than they used to be. Like, I mean,
Hmm.
you're not going out or doing much,
Right.
so it's like, you don't, like you said, you don't need those special occasion outfits or like, oh, I just wore this yesterday. I don't want anyone to see me in it. Well, I'm only at home, so it doesn't really matter. Like whatever,
Right.
like the days I'm off, I'm like in a t-shirt and jeans or a t-shirt and shorts, and like I don't really change that up.
Yeah. And that's part of it. And the other part of it is like, so there's that, but then I also find that I'm like, okay, well, I'm wearing this t-shirt and shorts that I've been wearing for 18 months. And,
Yeah.
so then you have to find that balance of being like, okay, um, that's fine. But what about, like how can I do something with this that's going to be, I don't know. I still want style, and
Yeah,
that stuff does make me feel good. So it's like, in the
absolutely.
last episode we talked about one of the two new brands that we talked about. They do like these kind of jumpsuits that are really cool.
Hmm, hmm.
Just things like that, where it's like, how can I get the comfort and the utility, but with something that's maybe a little bit different, bring something else into what I'm doing, that into what I'm wearing, that will work. And those kind of things help. And I also think that part of it is just having the same schedule and doing the same thing over and over and over. It gets it
Yeah.
gets old. So
Oh yeah.
yeah.
I hear you there. Yeah. So I think that book might help a little bit.
Mhm.
Just to see kind of some inspiration, see what other dudes are doing with their style or where they're getting inspiration from or whatever.
Right.
But yeah,
Right.
even when we're talking about those new brands, even if you don't necessarily buy it from them, you still
Mhm.
see, oh, hey, this is something a brand is really switching it up, and how can you add a new thing in there? But yeah, I've been feeling that same way. It's like, do I really want to just like you said, start all over again? But my wallet won't let me do that right now.
There is always that. Yes, that's
But I've
that's
also
the
been like, oh man, but it's like
right.
we've been dealing with this same world, COVID related stuff for so long that
Right.
we all need a big change. And how do we do that? How do we get it? Is that
Totally.
with a wardrobe or with starting a new routine or a new hobby or a whatever, or going back to school like I'm doing and trying to add that into the mix of everything? And
Right.
yeah.
Yeah, it's a lot, and I do think that probably changing up the schedule, getting out a little more. I have certainly noticed that being able to get out a little more and do more has helped.
Hmm.
It makes a big difference
Yeah.
just to be able to do that. And that does remind me, hey, I do actually like to put some effort and thought into my
Yeah.
style.
Right.
So those kind of things, that makes a difference too. And one thing that you had a really good point. You kind of look through a book like this men's fashion book, and you're going to see a lot of things, but you don't have to buy from those brands necessarily. You can take
Hmm.
some of the style inspiration you see there. I mean, some of the stuff, obviously they're not going to have extended size options for some of these brands,
Yeah.
but you can take inspiration from what you see and look for other ways to recreate looks, or
Hmm.
to
Hmm.
take something from that and work it into your style. So
Yeah.
you got options.
Yeah.
And that's what I need to keep telling myself.
We always have options.
Yes.
You just
Yes.
gotta think outside the box sometimes.
That's right. That's right.
All right, Bruce.
Well, Jody, that's all I got.
Yeah, I appreciate you joining me today
Yeah.
for,
I'm glad we
for a
could.
chat. I don't think I'm gonna finish this. Otherwise, I'm not gonna get anything done today.
Yeah, I think I'm probably not going to finish this either.
I'll
So
finish mine later.
there we go.
I
Perfect.
definitely will drink it later, but
Yes.
I got stuff to do. I got homework and bearskin
All right.
stuff. But anyways, until next time. Yeah.
All right.
Bye, everybody.
Bye-bye.
Thanks for listening to Heavy Conversation. Be sure to like and subscribe on iTunes or wherever you get your
Podcast.